to convert people are not only, you know, sending cold DM or doing a video. It's more like more components, right? That are part of the same machine. But yeah, maybe next time we can consider to use like a template, like an example. For example, hey, let's comment this profile funnel, this situation. This is the good way to do it. This is the wrong way, and something like this. So yeah, I appreciate it. Feedback.
But plus, you know, in the limited time that you have, you did a really good job of trying to like paint the whole picture. So perhaps, and I know that you had, this is something that happens to me all the time. I prepare way more material than I'm able to cover, right, in the time allotted. So that might be, you may want to just neck it down a little bit to, okay, look, I'm going to cover this, right? This set of scenarios, not all possibilities, but this set of scenarios as an example to flow you through what, you know, what would happen. I think that would perhaps be a little more orderly and concise. And that's just my opinion. Yeah.
Got it. So something more like more depth instead of more things like give an idea, the big picture. Okay, got it. Sorry guys, Mario is barking, just a second.
Sure. So Grove, man, you gonna make it Saturday morning? Or Saturday morning our time? Oh,
Wow. 11 hours, it's a lot.
so so Christelle's from South Africa too.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks for feedback. Okay, so the next question is, do you have any question based on what we said last week? Is there something that you like, but you're struggling to take action on? Is there something that you don't get it? Darren,
So
take the floor.
yeah, I'm gonna hog this session right for a second, and then I'll quit. I'll shut up, I promise. So I've got a I've got a guy that, what, please shut up or please hog it. No, I'm just kidding. So I've got a guy that that I've been messaging with, and I'm gonna get him on the first call, right, with him. He's been I don't know him well. He's been following me for a little while. Hasn't really ever engaged in any of my material, and I did the old, he's on my friends list, so I DM'd him, right? And we got in a conversation, and I posted, no, I haven't posted. Actually, I intended to post it today before this call. I was going to post our conversation. So I sent him the calendar this morning. I'm probably going to wind up talking with him tomorrow or Saturday. Would you mind, can you give me kind of the breakdown of the discovery call? I don't really remember what flow you guys had.
Yeah. So is this like the first call that you have with him? Okay.
Yeah, first call. And yeah, I'm sorry, a little bit of background. He works as a medical, like a medical data entry guy, is tired of the 9 to 5, wants to build something up that eventually he could escape to, right? And he's interested in affiliate marketing, but he's hesitant / afraid, and he wants to do everything on a budget, right? Like tight budget, like minimal expense. That's what he's saying right now. So I need to I know I need to explain to him, hey man, you know, no investment, no return kind of thing, right? Both time and money. And I could actually probably copy and paste into the chat here our conversation if that would help. And you're on
Yeah,
mute.
of course.
Mike. Okay. Yeah, tell you
Um,
what, let me do that. And why don't you move on to somebody else and then we can come back to me if that's cool.
Yeah. So let me just share with you guys like the overview, right? Of course. Okay, let's step back for a second. Sales call. It makes a huge difference if you're talking to someone that, don't know you yet, is coming from ads, or is coming from YouTube, or is coming from your personal profile, or is coming from LinkedIn. It makes a big difference if you had a conversation with him in the past. So he's been following you for a while. If you've been able to, ask a few questions first and then to book a call, right? So this is the first step to understand how to frame the conversation. Now, that being said, the best way to do it is to set the agenda, as I said the last time, so that you can just say, hey, my goal is to help you, but in order to help you with the best recommendation possible, I need to ask you a couple of questions. Okay, sounds fair? So doing this, you set the agenda. You're just saying, okay, man, I want to help you. I'm not here to push you to do anything. On the other side, I need to ask you a couple of questions because otherwise, how can I help you? Remember, doctor, patient, right? Otherwise, if I don't have enough information, I can't help you. Or otherwise, I'm going to give you this service because I can't diagnose what's the problem, right? I don't want to suppose that I know everything, right? Now, that being said, you have two ways. A sales call that it's more like a discovery call, as you said, or it's more like conversational. Now, you can do this when you are a little bit more experienced and when you know like the structure of the sales call, right? Because otherwise, if you don't have a structure, if you don't have a script or, at least a direction, what happens is that, the risk is that you stay there talking about everything and you're not driving them towards, the solution, just yes or no, right? Or just, yes, I can help you. This is my idea, or man, sorry. If your goal is to make 55K per month using Facebook ads, I can't help you, honestly. I would like to be able to help you, but I can't, right? So, or vice versa. Okay, well, if you want to keep your job, first of all, how much do you need to generate in order to quit your job? Like feel comfortable? I don't know, 8K. Okay. Do you have something to promote? Yes or no? You see? So let's start looking at things more on the logical standpoint instead of just buckets, right? Sales calls, script. Yes, if you have a script, it's easier. So for the first calls, I always recommend to follow a script. We have a script in the sales call training module, right? And this works pretty good, right? By the way, always try to understand what's the situation first. And first of all, try to understand what's your voice. What I mean by that, don't just go through the script, reading through it, and that's it, right? So can you please tell me how much money you're generating right now? Okay, thank you. Now, next question is, okay, how long have you been following this strategy? You see, it's not natural, right? So always try to learn the script and to practice the script, right? Now, let me see if you're posting something here. Otherwise, okay, no, not yet. Okay, we can do it later. Now, is it relevant to you all guys if I go a little bit more on the sales call structure, or you have something more urgent? You want to talk to me? You want to ask me? I can go back to this later.
Yes, sales calls are awesome for me. Brilliant.
Okay, you, Kamala, is this relevant to what you're doing?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm more struggling to get the leads on the call, generating leads. That's why I think my trouble for about a month now. I'm not sure what happened, something not aligned properly. But
Okay,
sales
okay.
call, yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You, Krista, what's your situation?
Same here. So I'm struggling to get to my messages. and then do the follow-up from there to the sales call. But I've also gone through the script, the 15-minute sales calls. Yes, so it would be good to go through it.
Okay, so let's do both, right? So let me just share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen, the blank document?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's name it like this. Okay, now we need to talk about how to lead the sale call, right? And more importantly, how to book calls, right? Because otherwise, and by the way, this is a super important point. It doesn't make any sense to start building the roof if you don't have the foundational, like the fundamentals in place, right? Of course. But let's step back for a second. Let's talk about how to book calls or how to get people on the phone, actually, right? Now, we all have different moments, right, with people. We can say that I'm just trying to simplify the logic. I don't want to go too granular, otherwise it's too much information and just a little action, right? So not aware to aware, right? So this is the most important thing to understand, right?
Mike disappeared, or is it just me?
I think he's frozen or disappeared. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say,
He's
He's
back.
There he is.
back.
okay, no, sorry, today is Grove. Last time it was Darren, today is Grove. Let's say that, let's say that I'm talking to Grove, right? Before booking the call, right? What do you think I should be doing right now before offering the call? What do you think is the best way to monetize Grove attention for me in Messenger, for example?
I would ask what is so Mike, I wasn't able to post it in the chat here. For some reason it wouldn't let me paste, but I sent it to you in Heartbeat. I put the whole
Okay.
conversation there. But
Okay.
so what I did was not that it's right, but what I did was I started asking them the questions of I asked him, what's your biggest inhibitor from getting started, right? And so he told me a little bit. And then I asked him, well, where do you want to go? What do you want to accomplish?
Yeah. So let's now I want to review your conversation, but let's just talk about this first. So asking questions is something that you can use, like this frame is something that you can use no matter where you're planning to use it. For example, Messenger conversation, sales calls, or Zoom calls, whatever. So this frame, this is the overview, right? Always works like crazy, right? What, why, and what again, right? Now let me tell you what I mean. What hurts? So what's the problem? What hurts? Why we are talking about business right now? Like, well, what's the problem, right? What do you want? Right? And then the why question is, why is this important? Like, why did you start in the first place? Right? And why are we having this conversation right now and not in 2 months or not 2 months ago? Right? because it's incredible when you ask quality questions, how much data you can gather from conversation with people, right? Because based on this information, right, of course, if you ask these questions on Messenger, for example, don't ask the same question again on the sales call, because otherwise it looks like, hey man, I told you already, I started this because I want to quit my job. Are you even listening to me? No. The goal of this question is to bring people from not aware to aware, right? So this is the awareness scale. Let's call it this way, right? Why? Because if I don't think that I need to lose weight, I will never start doing diet or workout, right? Give me a grant that? Yes. If I think that I'm healthy enough, that I'm good looking, I don't need it, right? So even if you are the best in the world, your diet is the best in the world, yada, 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 you don't close me on your workout, one-to-one coaching, fitness, whatever, right? Because I'm not aware, right? So of course, in order to start a conversation, something needs to happen, right? So maybe you wrote something, or maybe you start a conversation because of X, right? So even before asking the question, a super important thing is this. What's the reason, right? Because why are you asking me these questions? Like, why, right? What's the reason of starting this conversation, right? And this can be, for example, you wrote a two-step post and they send you a message. This can be you see a gap, like something that is missing, you want to help, right? So maybe you start the conversation and they say, hey, look, I really love what you're doing. You know the drill, but I gave myself the right to send you a quick video, or if you don't mind, right, I can share with you a couple of things that you can try. And I'm pretty sure, like 1% sure, that your engagement will boost, or you will book more calls, or you will get better conversation, you will attract better people, something like this, right? So this is the reason. And the reason is super, super, super important, both before starting the conversation and during the conversation, no matter if it's going to be on Messenger and sales calls. Why? Because you have to give people a reason, okay? There is a great book about this, Influence by Robert Cialdini. In the first chapter, I remember there was, this was an example, right? It was something like, let's say that we are in a queue, right? To print something in the office. And I see that you are there, so you're first, right? And they say, hey, can I print my stuff? Like this. Version 1. Version 2. Hey, can I print my stuff? I'm in a hurry, right? I'm missing the bus. I have my appointment in 1 minute or something like this, right? So the outcome is different because you're not like just asking a question just for the sake of it. Or, I mean, I see you're polite. Yeah, maybe this is not the best way to start a conversation, but there is a reason, right? So who cares? Let's talk. Or who cares? Go first, right? So you always have to have a reason to start the conversation or to ask a question, right? That's why when we ask this question, we don't say, hey man, I need to ask a couple of questions because I need to sell you this thing, right? So I need to find what's the pain point so that I can connect the pain point to the solution and then I sell you some shit. No, we just say, hey, I want to help you. I think that I can help you based on what I saw, but I'm not sure. Is it okay if I ask you a couple of questions so that I can be sure? Easy, right? So you're giving them a reason why you're asking a question, right? So we're talking about starting the conversation. So this is the first point, actually, right? Reason. So you start the conversation. Reason to start the conversation, right? No matter if it's two-step post or you see a gap, you do outreach, or maybe you follow up with people. Maybe you already had a conversation with Brevet last time, and you offer him something, he said no, maybe that was not the right time. Okay. So that 2 months goes by, and then you go back, and you say, hey, Gourmet, how's it going? Listen, because the last time you said that you're struggling to get leads, are you still struggling with getting quality leads? Because if that's the case, I just found a better way, a faster way, a cheaper way to help you fix this. Just tell me if this can be potentially something that you're open to explore, or if this bother you, sorry, no more, so whatever it is, right? So there is, like, the reason is a must. Otherwise, it's screw the process, okay? Now, the point number 2 is asking questions, right? Now, we have Messenger script in Post to Close, we have Messenger script in 6FA, so you have everything you need to drive the conversation, right? The right question to get to the pain, right? And to get to the, hey, I can help you, this is the solution, do you agree, yes or no, and buy. You have everything. The overview is this. After this, once you get this, what hurts and what you want, why is this important for you right now? Now, why is this important overall? Why did you start in the first place? I want to quit my job. Yeah, got it. Like you told me this already. I remember, right? But why do you want to quit your job? Like, what's the problem? Is it time? Is it money? Is it location? Right? For me, for example, it was time, location, and financial freedom, actually. I was not generating enough money to move to another country and do whatever I want. I didn't want to work like 20 hours a day or something, right? Because if you do your 9-to-5 job and after this you do the side hustle and stuff like this, it takes too much time, right? And I was not making 3 times the money. So that was my goal, okay? So why is this important to you? Okay, and why now? Like, yeah, I know that I sent you the message first, but if we are talking right now on this call, sorry, don't say sales call, or if we are talking about this on Messenger, right? Seems like right now is the right moment. Is this correct? Like, let's say that we can find a solution. When do you want to start taking action? Is it right now, or this is like a project that, you know, you want to put on the back burner and maybe in the future you want to do something about it? No, I would, like, 2023 is my year, right? I'm pissed off, you know, doing this job, making so little money, having so little time. So this, like, in the next 2-3 weeks, I want to start doing whatever it takes to get the goal. Okay, awesome. Now you know that it's urgent, right? Now, what's the goal of asking these questions? Now this is more like psychology, but what's the goal? Now the goal is basically for you to have data, right? Because if you don't know what's the problem, you can't sell them anything, right? Let's say that you're not leading the conversation the right way, right? Don't even offer anything, right? It's better to say, okay, look, I gotta go right now. As I said, it was like 30 minutes call, 50 minutes call, whatever. I gotta go now, but I have a couple of more things that I need to chat with you. So I might have a couple more questions. Is it okay if I send you a Google Doc, or is it okay if I send you a message later, right? The problem, like, what's the point? If you don't have enough data to offer, to diagnose the problem, don't guess. Don't try to guess what the problem is, right? Okay? So what's the goal? To have data so that you can diagnose you can prescribe the solution, right? Okay. First. Second, to let them hear their thoughts, right? And then to prevent objections. This is gold, guys. Let me tell you why. Because if you ask quality questions, right, what happens is that you're going to have good information that you can leverage to offer them the right thing, right? Or to frame the pitch the right way, or to build the offer better. Because if I know that, for example, you already joined free mastermind, you already spent $15,000 and nobody was working one-to-one with you need it, and that's why you feel stuck, boom, I can say, listen, because you said you're struggling with this, I'm not at the level of, you know, teaching you how to do this, and that. That's why I can direct you, I can point you to a program that does this. But in order to fill the gap of the one-to-one solution, this program will have the one-to-one support that you're looking for. And by the way, I will help you one-to-one weekly. I will give you my personal WhatsApp number so that you will never be stuck again, right? So I can customize the pitch, I can customize the offer based on the information, right? That's why I say that I can prescribe the solution, right? So this is the first point. The second point is to let them hear their thoughts, right? Now, oftentimes, guys, we think about things, but we don't realize that we have an idea, that we stand for something, right? So that's why when I ask you, okay, what hurts? Like, what's the problem? Why did you start talking to me when I ask you this question? And you book a call, you take time out of your day to look for a solution. So what's the problem now? Yeah, you know, I'm working too much. Okay. So what? Like, what's the problem? Right. Always remember that. Right. Tell me more.
Mr. Freeze.
Iceman.
So, TAD, right? Oh, this is an acronym, right? This can help you to remember things, right? So T stands for tell me more. What hurts, man? What's the problem? You know, I want to quit my job. You can just say, you pause for a second and say, okay? And then you wait, because generally what happened is they listen that there is no reaction. Like, the reaction is not good enough. So they start freaking out, basically. Like, their subconscious mind says, hey, it's not polite when someone asks you a question, you give an answer, but it looks like this answer is not enough, right? So I need to integrate with more information, more data, right? Or maybe you can just repeat the last two words. Yeah, you know, I want to quit my job. You want to quit your job? Right? And then you stop. And then, yeah, I mean, like, I'm making enough money, I can complain, but you know what? I'm too stressed, too much responsibility. I'm working 9 hours a day and then 1 hour to go there, commuting, traffic jam, like, I'm getting crazy. I want to quit my job. That, okay, right? Or you can just ask, hey, can you please tell me more? Or can you please, please explain to me, what do you mean? Or could you please describe a little bit more? This is just what you don't know what to do, you don't know what to say, or maybe the answer is not good enough, right? So you ask what hurts. And then you ask them what they want, right? Because the pain is not the outcome, right? Because we have people that are more attracted, like they want to get to something, right? They want to fix something that is not working, not because of the outcome, but more because they don't want to experience the pain anymore. And we have all the people that are more like outcome oriented, right? That's why we talk about people that are problem oriented or improvement oriented. Let's say that you're making 2K per month consistently, you just quit your job, but you want to get to 10K. So this is not a pain. You already quit your job. You already generated 2K per month consistently. So that's not bad, but you want to get better. The pain is that, hey man, I have too much debt, right? And I'm working too much, I have no time to see my kids growing, right? So this is real pain, okay? So this is the what question. The why is this important to you? We already said something about this, so I don't stay here like 2 hours. And why now? Okay, and why do you think now is like you book a call with me today, or you like the idea to, you know, talk with me a little bit in Messenger, stuff like this right now and not in 2 months? So why is now important to you? Why now and not in 6 months, right? When I say that to let them hear their thoughts, is just to help them to realize what's the situation. Because oftentimes we want to hide ourselves from the pain. We don't want to face the problem, right? That's why people that are struggling with money, they don't want to check their bank accounts. Oh no, listen, I don't want to open the bank accounts, I'm scared, right? Red alert, okay? So, often the people, they don't want to think about these things. But if you ask them, what's the problem, what do you want? You help them realize that, hey, wow, this is why I started in the first place. Oftentimes they don't even know, right? Why did you start to quit my job? Okay, why do you want to quit your job? I want to have more time. Why you want to have more time? Because I want to stay with my family. Okay, why? Because I'm not spending quality time with my family. Why is this a problem for you? Like, can you please tell me more? Yeah, actually I have 3 kids. They are growing, but you know, when I leave the apartment to, you know, to go to reach my workplace, they are sleeping, and when I go back, they are too tired. We play for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then they go sleep again. So it's like 2 years now and not seeing my kids growing. Wow, this is a reason why you're doing something. It's not take up a month. That's push, right? So this is super, super important. The other point, this is super important, but be careful because use tonality the right way, otherwise people can, you know, use tonality. Now I'll tell you why. What happens if you don't fix this? Or if you don't quit your job, if you don't find more time, whatever it is, right? So, of course, don't say, okay, what happened if you don't quit your job? What happened if you don't get to take every month so that you can work more time? No, because you don't want to listen to these things, right? After you exploring all these things, right? You use empathy, right? You can say, hey, Grobe, listen, I get what you're saying, like makes total sense. You told me that right now what, okay, there is no point, sorry, I forget it. What's stopping you from getting there? Because when they say, okay, what I want to quit my job, okay, what's the problem? What's stopping you? Is it lack of information, lack of support, lack of ideas? What's the problem? Yeah, I joined 3 coaching program, but nobody's helping me, or they tell me to dance like a stupid guy on TikTok, I don't like it. Okay, now I know that this is something that is stopping them, right? Then you can say, yeah, you know, everything makes sense, but I'm a little bit scared, like, honestly, what happened if you don't fix this? Like, what happened if the 2023 would be the same as 2022, 2021, and you don't see your kids growing? Like, how do you see this? You see, I'm changing the tonality. I'm on Zoom call, I'm doing, yeah, but what happened if you don't fix this? Sorry, man, gotta be honest here, like, how do you see this? What do you do? Let's say that you can fix this. What do? Do you have an option? No, man, there is no option. I need to fix this as soon as possible, otherwise, yada, 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 right? So this is super, super powerful. Now, why am I saying this instead of the script? The script works, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, if you have the logic, if this makes sense to you, if you have this dial in the sales call structure that you want to use, you don't even need a script. You don't need Mike to tell you what to ask in order to discover what's the problem, what's the pain, what hurts. You don't need the script so that Blake can tell you, okay, ask them what they want, right? You can frame the question as you prefer, right? The most important thing is that we follow this path, right? And this is sequential. What I mean by that? I mean that it's like sequential. it's like, you know, you want to unlock a locker, right? Let's say that the secret number, the PIN code is 4096. You have to follow the number. You have to unlock the locker following the right sequence, right? 4, 0, 9, 6. You open, right? You can do 0, 6, 9. Yes, the number is correct, but you have to get there like sequentially, like in order. Okay, so that's why you don't start with this, or you don't start with this. I know that sometimes it's not easy to lead the conversation so that you can touch this sequentially, like in the perfect order. That's why when you see someone start talking about something that it's too far from here, you can go back, right? Okay, cool. And by the way, sorry, I was thinking about this. Why did you start in the first place? Or yeah, I get it. Like, makes sense. You want to quit your job, but why is that? If you're a data analyst or whatever, I think that you don't have problem, you know, paying your bills or paying, you know, going on vacation. So what's the problem? If money is not the problem, what's the problem? If I may ask, of course, right? You can say these things this way. If I may ask, of course. But you say, if I may ask, of course. It's different than if I may ask, of course. You see, the tonality is different, right? So this is the overall structure that I suggested. I think it's pretty easy because you don't have to remember things like, you know, like a script. You don't have to read through the script. You just have to get this. You say, okay, I need to start with what, and then why, and then what again. This is the last bucket. I will fill it like at the end. But let's start with what. What hurts? What do you want? And what's stopping you from getting there? Okay, but why? Why did you start? Right? Why now? And then you get to what happened if you don't fix this, and yeah. Does this make sense, guys? As overall, like overview, do you think that makes sense?
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Yes, it does.
I think so. Can I ask, oops, sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Try not to stop. In the what? So to follow the sequence, I've asked in the, you know, in Messenger a little bit some of the what, but to get the audio or the telephone conversation going, do you recommend that I kind of paraphrase over what I believe I know, and then ask for some, you know, expansion or accentuation of what he's already told me on Messenger? Is that what you would?
What do you mean exactly? Like, can you please give me an example?
Yeah. Are you able to pull up the conversation I dropped in the thread?
Yeah. Is it in the thread or you send me at the end?
I put it in the Convo thread, actually.
Okay. Oh, awesome. So local support, Convo thread. Okay.
I couldn't get those pictures out in a hurry, so.
Okay, no worries. Okay, what kind of question do you have? Okay. Let's go start here. Okay, and what's the context? Like,
So
like what's the first point of contact? How did you start the conversation?
Yeah, he had made a comment about being interested in affiliate marketing, but he didn't know where to start or how to get started. And so I commented to him, hey man, you know, if you're interested, I could talk to you about some of the points of affiliate marketing. So then he said, yeah, great. And so then I initiated this conversation with him. I'm like, hey, Don, what kind of questions do you have?
Got it. So generally, like, as we said two coaching calls ago, the best way to get people to answer the right way is to put things in perspective, right? So when they say, can I start with zero money down? You can say yes or no. This depends by your situation. Let me ask you this. Do you have something to sell? Or are you starting from zero? You already have kind of a knowledge? What's your situation? How much time do you have per day, right? So you're just deflecting. Because remember guys, if you are the doctor, right? You ask questions. So if you ask, okay, so what question do you have? Okay, can I start with no money down? Okay, yeah, but it's dangerous. It's a dangerous spot here. So, yeah, yes and no, but this depends by your situation. Let me ask you this. Are you starting from zero? Do you have something to sell? How much time do you have, right? Or are you, what's your job? Like, how much time do you have? What's your job, right? Asking these questions, you can understand if they're starting from zero. Well, if you ask you a couple of, like this question, yeah, he's asking from zero. He's starting from zero. But the thing is, asking what's your job, you can understand what's the earning potential. Because if I say, yeah, I'm unemployed, okay.
Ice cubes.
Come on, Mike, come back to us.
Yeah, but it seems like he realizes.
A financial manager for KPMG. Okay, okay. Now, what's the time availability? Or maybe you can just ask, are you? Okay, listen, this is great. You can say, can I start with zero money down? You can say yes or no. Do you consider yourself time rich and money poor, or money rich and time poor, right? Do you consider yourself like someone who has a lot of time because you're fucking broke, or you have money but you have no time, right? Let's say worst case scenario. Why do you ask me this question? It's easy, man, simple. Because if you want to get there in like zero time as soon as possible, the more money you can invest, the better. If you have more time than money, that's cool, but don't expect to quit your job in 2 weeks. Of course. But if you have the money to talk to the right people, to hire the right mentor, so that you can promote the best programs, you have somebody there to support you. Yeah, maybe you don't quit your job in 2 months, maybe it takes 4 months, or maybe it takes 3 years. But at least you have support. At least you have something with the best tools, right? So this is the logic, I think. So next time, try to define these things, because getting back to the putting things in perspective, I ask something like, okay, let me ask you this, by the way, why did you start with why is this interesting to you? Why did you find affiliate marketing, doing affiliate marketing, or starting affiliate marketing interesting to you, right? So you're driving the conversation in the right direction, right? And then you can ask, okay, how much money do you want to generate? Because if he says, I want to quit my job, okay, how much money do you want to generate? I need to ask, I need to check if I can help, right? Because, you know, some people say, I want to make 2 million per month. I have no knowledge about this. Never got that, right? So the thing is, driving the conversation in the right direction, right? And remember, you are the doctor. So if they ask a question and you don't think that this is the right time to answer, you can say, yeah, I'm going to tell you a little more about this in a second. But let me ask you this first. Boom, you ask the question, right? It's like on the sales call. If someone open a call with me for 60 says, okay, by the way, what's the cost? I don't want to waste your time, I don't want to waste my time. What's the cost? What's the price? You know what my answer? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You're a business coach, right? Yeah, I don't fucking know, man. It's like going to the doctor and say, okay, what's what's the cost for fixing my backpack? I don't know, man. Do you need a fucking surgery? And this is, I don't know, this would be $45,000. Do you need just something because recently you play football? Oh, I'm sorry, it's called soccer. You play soccer and, you know, you're not in good shape and that's okay. Well, if that's the case, $10, you just take these pills and the pain will go away. You know? So the answer is, I don't know. I need to ask you a couple of questions first. Because if you don't need one-to-one, okay, this is not a matter. If you need one-to-one, and then you need this, and then you need this, man, right? First and second, if you ask how much money you want to make, you can put things in perspective. Like, I want to make 100K, 120, 10K per month. Okay, well, that's cool. We're talking about $120,000 a year. This is like, you know, a director, CEO salary. That's huge. What kind of budget do you set aside to get there? They feel stupid to say, no, zero money down. Like what? You see? So, of course, don't ask them all these questions, boom, 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 like this, because otherwise it's too much. But this is more like the direction, the tools that you can use to extract the right information. Because if he says, man, I just want to check if it's free because, you know, all my credit cards are maxed out, I have no job, no money, no anything, I'm screwed. So I'm sorry. I really would like to help you, but I don't know what can I help you, right? And then you move next. Let me see if here we have something else. Do you need to obtain a real LCC to start? Okay, a great answer, if you ask me, by the way. When people ask me, okay, do I need to create a company? Do I need to create something? Yeah. I say, let's start making money first, and then we can do whatever it takes to pay taxes, register, everything, right? Because otherwise, we are starting with the roadblocks. Okay, I need to start an LLC. Okay, what should I do? Okay, I need to call someone. Let me make some research. Okay, I need to fill this formula. I need to do this tax document. Then you know what? Let me stick with my 9 to 5. It's easy. But when you see that you start making money, hey, you know what? I make 5K this month. Let me pay, you know, someone $500. He will take care of this. I just have to sign, right? So get at the frame of let's make money first, right? Company. Sorry guys, I forgot to zoom over here. Okay, I believe so. No idea what the offer will be. Who's this? You or him?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
me.
you. Okay.
His,
okay.
his
No,
are
please.
all preceded by the picture.
Okay. No issue. It's already clear when stuff now. Okay. Cool. Okay.
That's what he does now, medical billing.
Yeah. Side job. But I don't know the first thing on what to market on social media. Okay. Well, I think that this is a perfect case of people that need to you need to push him to open a call, right? Because you have a lot of things to cover, right? Because when you talk to someone that knows you already, or at least, you know, has an idea of how affiliate marketing works, how it works, a lot of stuff, it's easier, right? You can assume that you can go straight to the point. Right? Seems like he's doing something, but he just wants to start. He has no idea. He knows nothing about this, right? So
Yeah.
generally, the best way to pivot the conversation from Messenger or Chat or getting lost in questions and then you don't even know what's the next question, or you're getting no data, is listen, I'm pretty busy right now. I have to do something. I have to walk my dog. I have to do whatever, right? And generally, I'm pretty busy, so I don't like to stay here chatting, yada yada yada. why don't we open a call like 10 minutes, 15 minutes? We do a coffee Zoom or something, right? So don't say we open a strategy call. No. Why don't we take, coffee on Zoom, or why don't we chat a little bit, for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, so that it's going to be easier for me to tell you what's going on, what's the situation, and then we can see if it makes sense. If you starting, doing affiliate marketing, yes or no. No pressure. I'm just trying to help, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, the best solution I think is to open a call, right? Because otherwise you're going to stay there like for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So for people
Greg,
like him, I think that the two main things to clear out, in my opinion, is time involvement. Because if he says that he's working full time as billing, medical specialist, whatever, and he wants to do this like side hustle, side job, okay, how much time do we have to do this first? And second, right? Second, he says, I don't know how to market with social media. So of course, if you want to sell him, I don't know, for example, post to close is not the good thing for him. 6FA, cool. Or if you want to sell him your own coaching, that's cool. The thing is, try to frame the offer based on the information that he gave you already. So side job, I think he has money, because I don't think it's low income job, but I don't know. And then he really needs to start in the first place. So, generally the process is we attract the right people, we sell them what they need, what they want. We generally use social media, and my experience is, Facebook or Facebook and LinkedIn. So how do you feel about doing this using Facebook or LinkedIn? No, because I have a lot of friends, a lot of colleagues, I can't show my face where. Is that, I don't know. Maybe you should use ads at this point, but I'm not the right guy to ask this question. Right? And then you move on. They actually respect you more if you say something like this. You can also suggest someone else, because they see that you're congruent, you're honest, you're transparent. Let's say that it says, hey, you know what, I have only like 30 minutes per day, so no way I can do this on Facebook. And by the way, I don't want to share, this with other people, because I'm like the manager right there, so I don't want that other people see that I'm promoting make money things. So this is our discussion. I was thinking about, doing ads. I have 2K per month that I can use for budget, but I don't know where to start. Okay, look, listen, this is not my area of expertise. But I know that there is this program. I never joined it, but I know that this is pretty good. Check it. Or I know that this YouTuber show a couple of tricks. I don't know, maybe he has some program that is selling, I don't know. But go check it, because I'm not your guy, right? They respect you more. I'm not saying that this is the case, just to give you like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Let's pull a trigger. Okay, well, this is super interesting, because it says making the decision. Here it says pulling the trigger. Here, just pulling the trigger. And you can say, what's stopping you? Why is it difficult, right?
Actually, I think I do a little bit further down. So here's his why, right? Eventually 9 to 5, more time with the family, financial freedom. So yeah, okay, maybe I didn't. I'd try to keep it going here.
Well, less stress. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
It's fine to make money. Fortunately, money is just flowing now. Plus, not knowing what needs to be. So I feel that Okay, yeah, first of all, well done with this, because it's not pushy, it makes sense. You don't ask to open a call like after 3 messages, so that's good, well done. Yes, oftentimes people struggle with money, but it's also true that when let me put it this way, yes, money is a problem sometimes, but the thing is, if they are pretty sure, or if they feel pretty confident that this time will be different, or with this kind of support I can make it, the risk-reward ratio is good enough to, to commit and to risk in this, right? Because maybe it says it's money to make money. Money is in short supply right now. What do you mean? Right? Because for someone, I'm short on supply, this maybe means that I only have like $1,000. For someone else, that they are minus 25,000 in credit cards. For someone else, short on supply, it's just having 100K in the bank. Because if I have less than that, I am freaking out. Because what if something happens? What if I need to take care of my parents and have to pay? You see where I'm going, right?
Yeah.
So this means actually nothing. Yes, this is the pain, but this is something that, for example, before opening a call,
Mike's enjoying the beach.
But it's shorter and shorter.
Yep.
did you try something in the past?
Yep.
Right? I'm back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. No.
Y-
What
yeah,
did you
he-
try?
that-
What did you try? Did you try something in the past? Like, is this the very first time that you approach the affiliate marketing topic, or no, actually I joined the program, but did you like it? Okay, what did you like? What didn't you like about this? You see, you just need to understand what was missing, because if it says there were no support, or the thing was to promote the make money, business opportunities kind of thing. Okay, boom. Then you know how to frame the thing. You see, what I teach, or what I generally suggest to people, is to, first of all, to stay away from all these things that you experienced. I agree with you. I joined a couple of those at the beginning stage, but no, I don't like it. What I prefer instead is professional programs, coaching program with people that made it, people with a team, right? And yada, 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 right? This information is so useful for you to frame the pitch, the offer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty good, by the way. Don't get me wrong, guys. When I tell you all these details, the meaning is not that, like, Dana's conversation was shit. No, it was pretty good. It's just to give you the nuances, just to give you the more advanced thing, so that it becomes the norm for you, right? My standard is that I ask questions at this time, ask the question this way because of this, because X, Y, Z reason, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
tried not to sound scripty, when I was asking the
That was
questions.
awesome. Indeed.
But he did, earlier on, and this was actually over the course of 2 days of conversing with him, this whole thing that I laid in here. He did try something before, right? He had an LLC before. He tried to start his own medical billing company or something a while back. So I intend to ask him on the call, hey, what, just to get a feel for things, what attracted you to affiliate marketing and, overall, right?
Awesome question.
Get that, I don't know, that emotional connection I'm thinking of between where he's at and where he wants to go. What's the vision? What's the thought? Where does he think he's going?
Yeah. No, this is awesome. This is pretty good. You know, oftentimes, like, for example, for people like him, let's say that he tried to create an LLC in the past, but it was not working, or I don't know, whatever the reason was. The thing is, the thing you can try is, okay, so you are attracted in starting affiliate marketing. Why? Because, you know, the idea of selling something like a program that I don't have to create myself, this is what attracted me to affiliate marketing. Okay, cool. Yada, yada, yada. You ask a couple of more questions. And then, for example, this depends by the program they want to promote. But you can say, okay, by the way, let's say, for example, 6FA is the best starting point for people like you that you're really starting from, you know, ground zero. They support you. They have a team. It's not like one people that are trying to do everything, yada, yada, yada. And by the way, the skills that you're going to be learning in this program will be useful forever. It's not only affiliate marketing. Because we had a couple of people here in the program that started with affiliate marketing, and then they created their own coaching program, or they started offering their services to businesses, right? So once you learn how to sell, how to create offers, you can do pretty much like everything, okay? So you can also frame the thing this way, because they say, okay, so this is not only for affiliate marketing. Yeah, because right now the problem is to make enough money to keep their job, right?
Yeah.
But like, I was there. For example, for me, the first why was to quit my job and to make enough to replace my job. After that was to make more money, right? After that, I was making enough money, like, well, way more money than I was making, like one month I made like 23K, okay? And I was making 25 in a year, right? So that was mind blowing for me. After 2, 3, 4 times, I said, you know what? Yes, I'm making money, but right now I want to decide what I want to do. I want to do what I like the most. That's why I say it's not only affiliate marketing, because affiliate marketing maybe is the vehicle, is the bridge from getting stressed, 9 to 5, no time, no fun, no family, no nothing, to escaping from this situation. But this is not the fulfillment stage yet, right? So if you can fix the next problem, that's why I always talk about support, about lifetime skills, right? Because this is something that you will use forever. It's not a trend. Let's learn to dance on TikTok, because in 2 years the situation will be different, right? Make sense, guys? Do you have any question?
No, I like the one you said, the learn to dance on TikTok. That's true.
Yeah, that's the thing. Make sense, these guys?
Makes
Like, is it
sense.
clear?
It was totally
Makes sense,
useful,
yes.
and it's great that Darren pulled up this conversation, because it's a great example actually, and Darren has done it mwah, beautifully also. Bravo. So we expect to see this guy soon with us here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, give me a couple of weeks. Maybe I can work that.
You see, guys, for example, Christelle and Kamala, right? You're interested in how to book calls, right? So basically, the strategy is the same. We touched this already. Long story short, you offer the call. I mean, before offering the call, you have to have a reason yourself, right? So the reason is, hey, I think that I can help you, but I'm not sure. Let's hop on a call. Like, let's talk like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'm not a teenager anymore. I don't like to stay here like on Messenger all day, right? Or I'm pretty busy, or I need to walk my dog. I gotta go. Why don't we chat tomorrow, 3 p.m. You there, right? So you don't have to follow a script. You can make up whatever whatever you want. The thing is, you have to give people a reason to start the conversation. Of course, the better the conversation, the better the quality will be on the call, right? Because otherwise, yes, we book calls, we have people on the call, but if we talk to people that are not qualified, or they're just, maybe it's not that useful, right? Even because, if you only have 2, 3, 4 hours per day, you don't want to book 3 calls per day with unqualified people, because otherwise you can create content, you can create conversation, you can create offers, and after a while you slow down and you make a zero. But this is the logic. You attract them, and it's like, as I said last week, you can do this with several things. Hold the hand the right way, word the hand, a two-step post, offering something to people, right? It doesn't have to be high ticket or mid ticket. You can also book calls. Kamala, this is great for you, for example. You can book calls with people, for example, hey, I will create a plan for you for 2023 for just $99 or for just $19. If you're interested, let me know. Oh, when they say, this is amazing for just $19, that's awesome. How does this work? Yeah, I tell you in a second. Can I ask a couple of questions? Yes. What are you selling? What's your situation? Do you have an audience? Because if they're starting from zero and they have nothing to sell, they have no audience, they do nothing, it's going to be super, super difficult for you to help them and you don't make money. So, hey, I can potentially do this, but if you have nothing to sell, no experience, no nothing, I can't help you, sorry. Boom. But if you find someone that, yeah, I'm promoting 2 programs, those are high ticket. I have a Facebook group, 100 people, but I don't really know how to monetize them. Okay, no worries. $19, we open a call, 30 minutes, I share with you what's the best plan for 2023. Boom. And then after this, you can say, hey, now you know what to do, right? Yes. Let me ask you something. Do you feel confident in doing everything alone? Or, I don't know, you're open to get some support? Because I have a couple of ideas, but that's up to you. This was not meant to be a sales call. This is just for, creating the plan. But now that we have a plan, do you think that you can execute the plan alone, or you need some help? Well, honestly, I feel scared because, I tried a couple of times that I failed. So, what do you mean? What do you have in mind? Yeah, my personal coaching, just because we're on the call, yada, 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 right? So this is something that you can use. You can actually get paid to hop on a call with people. And the good thing is 2 things. You are qualifying people that are pretty interested, because otherwise, if it's free, the risk is that you're going to deal with people that are like freebie seeker or bulky, or they're not serious enough, right? First. Second, it's easier to ask money to someone that already gave you their money, right? Because let's say that I sell something to Darren, right? Hey Darren, listen, if you want, I can coach you for 1 month for just $500. We have 4 calls per month. I do this for you and I create a plan for you. Okay, boom. And after the first month, okay, listen, this is the last call that we have this month. How do you feel? How was your experience? Yeah, it was pretty good. Listen, I have an idea. Why don't we work together and help you to get there and help you to get consistent sales? You already paid me $500. Generally, to work with me for 1 year is, $6,000. I can apply the $500 that you just paid towards this investment, and we can split into installments. So it's $2,500, $2,400. Wow! You see, it's not $6,000 anymore. You paid $500. We already started the conversation. You already gave me your money. So, yes, it makes sense. It's not salesy, right?
Yeah, I like it.
That's a great idea, actually. Yeah.
Ice Mike.
I think Mario just came around there. I think Mario just came around there to Mike.
Yeah. I should start screenshotting when he locks up and then like make a collage of his faces.
Hey Luigi, Mario. Hey Luigi, it's Mario. Oh, we're just us there. So, there's Mike back.
Back?
You're back?
You're back, man. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, that's strange because generally like the connection should be decent, right? I generally have 50 megabytes. Maybe now during the evening it's a
Is
little
it
less.
wireless, dude? Is it wireless?
Yeah, I know.
This is the crappy part of it. Trust me, I know. You remember my connections? You couldn't hear fuck all. It's like I was saying, and it was like,
Yeah, you
And
you were the
then-
robot.
yes. And then I just purchased the freaking wire. It cost me €5, and I connected the bloody thing. You know, with the wire, it looks like shit, but it works like charm. So
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, I also like changed the room because this is not my office. This is another room, and I'm just in front of the router with the fiber connection and whatever. Anyway, you get my point, right?
Yeah, I think it's.
I
I
think
think
that's a
it's-
great idea. Sorry, Darren.
Okay, guys,
Okay.
let me
No,
tell you
no,
your
no,
questions. If you have any. Otherwise, we wrap up. We just want
think
to make
I'm-
sure that.
I think I've hogged enough of your time. Thanks everybody. for
No,
letting
I,
me-
I think no, I think that was useful, you know, because generally, if it's something that is not relevant to everyone, right? It's not useful for everyone. It's better that I send you a link video and that's it, because this is more like for you only. But I thought that was good enough, you know, to spend time reviewing the conversation to explain the process sideways, right? By the way, guys, this is something that we can do. Next time, if you have maybe a conversation or a lead or something like a case study you want to share with me, hey Mike, I had a conversation with this guy, I was not able to close him, tell me why, or what's wrong, or next time what should I do, what's next, or whatever it is, right? So we can review case studies if it's relevant to everyone, so that the next time that something similar happens to someone else, you already know what to do. Okay, remember, this was something similar to Darren's case. I know what to do. Boom, tail, right?
yes, it was very useful. I thought.
Awesome. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, cool, guys.
so much.
So please remember, if you have any other question, we have this Apple Hub. Share the conversation with me, just do the screenshot, or if you don't want to go the fancy way, just copy paste, as Darren did.
I'll do a better job next time. I won't be in a rush.
I think Mike just just kept squeezed quiet and didn't move because he wanted to pretend that his connection is frozen.
So that-
It's like,
I was saying-
hang on, I'm entering the tunnel. No, the connection broke up.
No, I was saying, if you have any other question, just post it in the Supper Hub. Just, you know, do the screenshot thing and we can review. Or next week, if you have any case study, bring it on the call and we can review to that. Okay?
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
everybody.
Awesome.
Good to
Bye
see you.
bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Give us one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.